Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please feel free to write me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any video that I have posted in the past. If you have any video that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. There's a well-known dish that's served in many American Chinese restaurants, and this dish is known as Mu Gu Gai Pian. Now, the pronunciation is actually Cantonese pronunciation, and the actual pronunciation is Mo Gu Gai Pian. Now, Mu Gu means mushroom, Gai means chicken, and Pian means slices. So basically, it's a dish which contains mushroom and thinly sliced chicken. This dish shares many properties of typical American Chinese dishes. It contains a sauce of gravy. Now, this sauce is important for American Chinese dishes because most Americans prefer Chinese dishes with a lot of sauces. Actually, this dish is in response to a question from a viewer, and he asked me how to create a dish with a lot of sauce. Now, I normally do not cook dish with a great deal of sauce because most of the Cantonese cooking that I'm familiar with, as well as Shanghainese cooking, is that sauce usually is a small component of the dish. However, in American Chinese dishes, sauce actually is a significant aspect. So many people who are familiar with American Chinese food would like to have a dish with quite a bit of sauces. This dish is simple and very easy to cook as long as you have advanced prepping. Now, advanced prepping of chicken make cooking chicken much simpler. Each time when I purchase chicken from the grocery store, as soon as I take it home from the grocery store, I usually do advanced prepping. This will help me to have chicken anytime I want. You can learn more about advanced prepping by taking a look at this video. In this case, the chicken is always ready for you because it's already cut in the size that allow you to go into the wok almost immediately. However, there are a few things that you need to do to make this as efficient as possible. First of all, I always slice the chicken to the size that I normally use for stir frying. And then I would distribute the chicken into a Ziploc sandwich bag, and usually about 6 to 8 ounces. This is the amount that I need for each of the dishes. And then I will pack them in such a way that it is in a very thin layer. Now, this is very important because this will allow you to thaw out the chicken as quickly as you would like. So first of all, I will freeze them in a horizontal position like this. Now, this is also a little trick. It's very useful because once they're frozen, they can be stored in a vertical position. If you have a shelf like the one I have in my freezer, you can store them almost like files in a file cabinet. And then when you're ready to thaw them out, you put them in a bowl of lukewarm water and they will be thawed out in about 5 to 10 minutes. Now, to cook this chicken, I use a method frequently known as shallow frying, or in this case, the shallow frying actually is a very light component of this cooking approach. But the main emphasis is that I will coat the chicken with cornstarch. The cornstarch has two purposes. One is that it will give the chicken a nice crispy flair. And secondly, is the cornstarch will allow the chicken to char. And the end result is that the chicken is more flavorful. Now, the next component that I need for this dish is some mushroom. Now, you can use almost any type of mushroom that you would like. And I use a portobello mushroom. The mushroom also sliced into thin pieces, almost like the chicken, so it will match the size as well as the texture of the chicken. You can use other type of mushroom as well, but I prefer portobello mushroom because it has much firmer structure. And then I'm going to use some poblano pepper. Now, I will describe to you why the pepper is important in cooking this dish, not only for flavor and texture, but also for control the doneness of the chicken. Okay, last but not the least, I need to create a sauce. For that, I will create a cornstarch suspension of 1 part of cornstarch to 3 parts of water. I'm going to cook this dish in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. I'm going to start out approximately about 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and you can use almost any cooking oil that you would like. the wok has already been pre-seasoned with my spot seasoning method, and you can take a look at this video for more information about this approach. Basically, I put the chicken into the wok. Now the wok that I use, I have a large flat bottom surface area, which is very nice because I can use it like a small frying pan. I'm going to spread out the chicken into a thin layer, and I'm going to fry the chicken like this for about 20 to 30 seconds. And it all depends on how much you want to create a crispy surface layer on the chicken. You can fry them longer. This is one great thing about stir frying because it gives you a lot of control how you want to cook your ingredients to the different doneness that you would like. And then next, I'm going to add the pepper to the wok. The chicken is now about 50% cooked. The pepper will slow down how the chicken is being cooked because once you add the pepper, it will reduce the temperature of the oil. And also the pepper will soak up some of the oil in the wok. This is an excellent method because using this approach, you can cook the chicken to the doneness that you would like. And you can also control how much you want to cook the pepper as well. Next, I set the chicken aside and I am ready to prepare the sauce. Now I pour the cornstarch water suspension directly into the wok. I left some of the sauces left behind from the chicken. Now I add more water to the sauce depending on how thick I want the sauce. As you can see that initially the sauce seems to become very thick. It almost gels immediately. Now you don't have to worry about that as long as you stir it regularly with your wok spatula and also turn the heat to low. You do not want the heat to be too high because that will cause the cornstarch to gel much faster. So I'm going to keep adding water until I reach the level of consistency that I want. And once I get there, I'm going to add the mushroom to the sauce. Now the mushroom only require very short cooking time, and in fact you want the mushroom to be relatively intact so that you can taste them readily. And as you can see here that I add quite a bit of mushroom and the sauce to be in a perfect consistency that I am looking for. I'm going to season the sauce with about 1.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, just a few drops of hot sesame oil, and then ½ tablespoon of soy sauce. And normally when I do this, I will continue to make adjustment to the sauce until it reaches the flavor that I'm looking for. And the next step is that I am ready, and now I will transfer the sauce to a serving plate. Now this method is known as combinatory stir frying, which means that you cook different components of the dish separately. And the reason is simple because this will allow you to have much better control in cooking each of those individual components, because a lot of time they might require different cooking time. So in this case, I can make my sauce in a much more leisurely fashion without having to worry about overcooking the chicken. And since the chicken required to cook just at a precise time in order to have the texture that I want, and by cooking them separately, it will give me much greater opportunity as well as the likelihood to get the chicken cooked correctly. Okay, now I'm going to, the next step is to combine the chicken with the sauce. Now this method turned out to be a method that for people who are starting to learn to make sauce is a much better method. And of course, later on when you become very good at it, then you can make the sauce directly in the wok as you cook the chicken as well as other individual ingredients. But cooking them separately will give you at least the opportunity to try it out the sauce until you get the sauce just right. And I call this flavor chasing, which is a very important part for you to continue to learn about the different approach, how you cook a dish, and how you can achieve the optimum result that you are looking for. And when you use methods like this, it will allow you to continue to learn about the flavor that you like. And it will also give you the idea how you can achieve this kind of a flavor. So give this a try, and you will find it both simple and as well as fun to do. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. Using my fast cooking system, you can make home cooking as a viable alternative to fast and ultra-processed food. So if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.